Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're enjoying your day so far, and today we're going to talk about the Paris Legion. Yesterday, Kismet, a former player of the Paris Legion during the Call of Duty Modern Warfare season, absolutely ripped into Paris Legion's management and their decision making regarding what they are trying to do for the CDL 2021. Definitely some pretty mind-blowing decisions being made over there, if what Kismet says has some basis in reality. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you are new. As always, I'd greatly appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. Thank you very much for doing that. First of all, to mention this, because it's relevant certainly to the French region and the Paris Legion, Crone at CDL Intel points out that Clayster says that Hydra will be scrimming with the subliners, that being today. Hydra's going to be playing from France. They'll be playing the Royal Ravens, who have Zero playing from the UK. So definitely some difficult times right now with the visa situation, with Hydra stuck in France, with Zero stuck in the UK. And yeah, well, I imagine subliners think, okay, that'll be not too bad if we play with Hydra and Ravens also have Zero on that difficult ping situation. But certainly cool to see Hydra in a position to actually scrim with these guys. And I imagine they're still looking to pick up a Seam or something as a substitute. Whether Hydra will actually be able to start for them next season, who really knows. Hopefully the visa situation will be sorted out in the last couple of months of 2020. Actually, the last month. It is now December. Happy December to everyone. Before the season kicks off in middle January sometime. I've had a number of people lately asking, like, when does the season kick off? I'm not exactly sure, like, it hasn't been confirmed or anything. My guess is going to be something around the 22nd of January, because the 2 weekends prior to that, they are like Challengers Cups, and it typically starts around that time as it did last year. I think last year it started the 24th. This year, my guess is the 22nd, but yeah, we'll have to stay tuned for what happens and what announcements may be coming. I imagine in the coming weeks the CDL will say something on the situation as it is going to transpire. Also talking about the Paris Legion, then Jerd says, look, I got my time wasted. If any teams need a pick up for this, let me know. Just an amateur looking for a shot. So Jerd, one of the most talented Call of Duty players, or most talented really SMG players of all time in Call of Duty history, been around so many years. Didn't have the best Modern Warfare season, of course, on the London Royal Ravens, and now finds himself in a very difficult position. And yeah, as we say here, the Challengers Cup #1 coming up in just a few days' time. The fourth one, I think, is on something like the 15th of January, which is why my guess is that the league is going to start a week or so after that one does conclude. Zaptius then, after that great tournament result we talked about earlier today on that WestStar team at Paris Legion High, if you don't pick this guy up, then you might as well drop out of the league for the min 2. That's literally Cyber Monday deal. So he's talking about like the minimum salary, right, of 50 grand that Paris want to pay everyone. But yeah, Zapti is certainly looking very strong so far on this title and the rest of his team. And you could certainly argue that having this WestStar team of Porlex, Gravity and Venom beating the Mutineers 3-0 yesterday, as Chrome points out there. August, by the way, at Paris Legion, put them on your list. But certainly Paris Legion seem to have some other ideas as to exactly the direction they are trying to go in. A few days ago, we talked about how Scraps, Fire, Aqua and Goonjar was potentially on the table for that organisation. Definitely a questionable decision. I think Rated talking about how it was fraudulent, the fact that they were giving Goonjar a spot. But yeah, then as a result of that, maybe not as a result of that, maybe it was already in the works. The fact that Goonjar might not have been on that team, who really knows? But then Goonjar's been playing, I think, with Census team online, and there's been a question mark again, who actually is going to be the fourth? Is it going to be Waskin? Is it going to be someone else? Nobody really knows right now. Kismet certainly does know, as he's going to talk about here in a second. But some of the decisions that they decided to make are pretty questionable indeed, because I talked earlier today about the idea that for this upcoming season, we're going to be playing online to a degree, but all the players are going to be in one location. They're all going to be in one facility for every single team, and therefore the ping differences shouldn't be so bad, and all the players can actually be in the same location, and therefore they can, well, talk to each other right next to each other and sit as if they are on LAN, but just playing in an online environment to the other team across a dedicated server that the Call of Duty League has put on. However, when the Paris Legion heard about this, I imagine they had something of an interesting idea of exactly how this could potentially work for them, as Kismet goes on to describe. Look, Paris didn't sign me back, I suppose, given they released like their entire roster. But Kismet may have been someone they wanted to sign back, certainly a very talented player. But they told me to wait because they wanted to try and get the league to grant them access to play and compete from France and have a French host for the matches. They are chalked. So saying that, look, maybe when they heard about this idea that, okay, all the players have to be in one location, one facility, Paris were like, okay, let's just get all the boys over to France, play them like from Paris somewhere, I don't really know. Just have them sitting in one facility and then make the league give us hosts so we can play like on 120 ping across the ponds to take down the North American opposition, right? Which is honestly remarkable thought process to me, why this would even cross your mind, is that like the league would say okay to this, right? Like the league's going to hear this and say, so you want host to play on 120 ping basically, so all the North American guys, the rest of the entire league are playing on 120 ping to you, and then I guess the question would be, okay, like how many maps do they get to host? Is it just 50-50? but that's just completely pointless, right? Like, what is the point having like an absolutely massive ping, all the guys based in France, the rest of the league based in North America, to the point where like every single time you play Paris, you either lose all the maps they host, you win all the maps that you host, and yeah, well, it just doesn't seem like a recipe for success, in my opinion. So pretty remarkable that this kind of decision-making, according to Kismet, held up Paris's thinking here in terms of signing a roster, and well, maybe their thought process was, okay, can we get some French guys in, so they're actually based in France, and yeah, maybe some of the North American guys don't necessarily want to come over and live in France anyway. Last season, all the Paris team was based out of California, all the rest of the league is based in the US, so yeah, pretty remarkable to me that, well, they would go down this route. Then again, Activision and the CDL definitely do kind of like the idea of the geolocation, right? That's the whole point of the franchise league, and at some point having like a home and away type thing where teams go to one arena, go to Paris or whatever, play a load of matches there, like they were really hoping to do for the Modern Warfare season before things kind of got cancelled off, as they did do. But as Kismet goes on to continue, look, I know the team, they hit me up to come back, and I said no, so clearly they're absolute shambles, given the fact that there's so many bit players in discussion. We've heard so many people over the last couple of weeks that could be related, linked to the Paris Legion, but Kismet got asked to come back, and he actually turned down the 50 grand that they offered him to be on the team. You know, not getting screwed over by them. It also continues as well. That is all I'm going to say. It's a literal joke, toying with careers by, yeah, just completely messing up here in terms of their decision making and not being in the best spot right now. So yeah, very remarkable to see. Certainly intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, but not really the best thing to do. So it's difficult to say if their thought process was to maybe get some French guys in so that they could play from the Paris region, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's just not something which is going to fly. And if that's holding up your signing of a roster, then you've probably got your priorities in a difficult position, and well, Kismet's certainly not happy to even play for these guys, given that their, well, management seems to be pretty shambolic, as he's kind of hinting at there, that even if they did, well, when they did offer him to come back, he was like, yeah, no, I'm not having that. Maybe even because he thought that, you know, they might offer him something, and then it just gets turned down and nothing ends up happening before they actually do officially sign someone, right? So Scraps, Gunja, Aqua, and Fire were rumored a couple of days ago. My understanding is maybe Gunja isn't there anymore and it's somebody else, but yeah, maybe Aqua and Scraps look to run the AR or something like that. Who really knows what the situation looks like? But the Paris Legion certainly seem to be pretty lost right now. Kismet, well, pretty scathing remarks, of course. And if you were the CDL, how would you respond to something like this, right? The management of the Paris Legion saying, look, can we just have our guys in France and play on, you know, play across the ponds? Seems perfectly sound to me. And so, of course, that would be perfectly reasonable if they can actually host the games themselves. But I imagine the CDL were like, what are you talking about? Let's get your lads over to the US like you had last season so we can actually play in a competitive environment. And yeah, if that was the thing holding up your decisions on making a roster, then as I say, you probably got your decision-making priorities a little bit out of whack. To finish off the video, a couple of interesting things. I saw this from Uriel as well. So this guy clearly was like the headshots guy for MLG back in the day. Thought it was pretty entertaining what he was talking about regarding some of the pro players. Maybe kind of insightful to what these pro players are like behind the scenes maybe. So as he says, only watch, support, retweet your COD stream if you were never late to headshots and, you know, you are actually a reasonable human being. And so yeah, then goes out and says, look, this seriously is a subtweet. Screw all these guys. They were not good people for just absolutely nothing. Imagine being a diva because you're good at a video game. All the ones with championships are nice. I think he was talking about E United as well, being sound enough as well. Yeah, you and the rest of E United at the time were very chill. But yeah, certainly interesting to see that some of these professional players not maybe having the best relationships with some of these behind the scenes guys when things happen at the Call of Duty League. And also to finish off the video with this funny thing, because earlier today we did talk, of course, about the Pharaoh Memorial Tournament of Chico Wonga's watching right now. Shout out to you, my friends. But yeah, Claser says, like, you got to explain, you be getting free food like that. I hadn't really heard of anything like this, but well, he talks about on the Reddit, or this guy who like knows him talks about on the Reddit, how he used some sort of like sugar baby app to get him some free food. And well, apparently this is the plan. If you guys aren't using this strategy already, top tip to save money, get yourself on secretbenefits.com. It's a crazy thing. I got free food, money, anything I ever wanted, just pretending to be a girl when I was like 14 to 16. So yeah, I mean, the pros found this pretty entertaining. That's pretty mind-blowing to me. I didn't know that anyone did this, but yeah, if you guys wanted to save a bit of cash, Cheetah Wonga clearly has the tips on lock for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm know you enjoyed this content. Other people like you may enjoy this content as well, and help grow the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Take care, and I will see you next time.
One time, absolute man.
No, I get. These are the
you need to contest for a second, then rotate. Someone needs to rotate now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna contest. You guys rotate. You guys rotate.
Oh shit! I'm already. No, I'm already here.
He's already here. I knew dead.
I can test it. I can test it.
Too old.
Yeah, too old.
We need to
Wait,
get in.
yeah, I'm trying to get in.
Oh, we're good, we're good.
Oh, he's on the tree.
Oh, yeah.
One's behind. There's two behind you.
On me.
I got him. One's gonna go window.
They're panicking. They're panicking.
In the back, homie. We're good, let's go.
I need it.
You push the out under. I'm on.
Yo, mid lane. One more mid window.
He got
One's in the back. Oh my god, let's go.
We flip. Yo, in the window. I hit him with the nade.
He's in the closet. He's the jump on kill me.
I'm wanting this pinch corner.
He's the jump on kill me.
Crew's back left. Two back left. One more.
Window.
One's mid. Yo, I spawned right by mid. Hold on.
Yo, Crew's back bus.
You got him,
Good
We're
Crew's
coming.
back bus, dead.
Yo, window.
Dead.
Stay contesting.
Stay down under.
They're gonna be back bus.
Oh my god.
Jesus, dude.
Yo, me and Ender literally
Wait,
flashed.
they actually just broke down at the end. Like,
Yo.
they were literally just trying to get 1 second rather than just kill.
Without a smoke is a 3 AR meta, bro. Like 100%.
Yeah, no, 100%. We're using 2 subs. That shit felt impossible, bro.
Yeah, that shit felt impossible, bro.
Yeah.